Every biological system operates toward a primary objective. For the male reproductive system, that mandate is the synthesis of viable gametes and their delivery. But this manufacturing process faces a strict physical constraint. Spermatogenesis, the production of sperm, cannot occur at standard internal core body temperatures. To yield viable gametes, the surrounding environment must be strictly maintained at 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius lower than the normal body temperature. This diagram shows the anatomical solution to that thermal requirement. The male reproductive system is located entirely within the pelvic region. Notice the external pouch, the scrotum, and the testes housed inside it. The scrotum isolates these structures from the main abdominal cavity. By positioning the paired testes outside the abdomen, the scrotum functions as a localized cooling unit, preserving the required temperature drop. Together with their accessory ducts and glands, these testes form the beginning of a continuous, highly specialized manufacturing pipeline. In adults, each testes is oval-shaped, measuring about 4 to 5 centimeters in length and 2 to 3 centimeters in width. A dense external covering encapsulates each testes, protecting the delicate microscopic structures inside from physical stress. The entire macroscopic spatial layout of the pelvic reproductive organs is dictated by this single microscopic thermal rule. Looking at this cross-section of the open testes on the left, we can see it is not a hollow sac. It is a heavily compartmentalized structure. Each testes is divided into approximately 250 distinct compartments, known as testicular lobules. Within every single lobule reside 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. These tubules are the exact sites where sperm production occurs. This histological diagram provides a cross-sectional view of a single seminiferous tubule's cellular architecture. Lining the inner perimeter of the tubule walls are the male germ cells, or spermatogonia. These germ cells serve as the raw material. They undergo sequential meiotic divisions, progressively developing inward until they form mature spermatozoa. Interspersed among these developing germ cells are larger structures called Sertoli cells. The Sertoli cells act as a physiological support system, providing essential nutrition directly to the dividing germ cells. Outside the circular boundaries of the tubules are the interstitial spaces. These pink connective tissue regions contain interstitial cells, also known as Leydig cells. They share the interstitial space with small blood vessels and other immunologically competent cells. Leydig cells perform a precise endocrine function. They synthesize and secrete testicular hormones, specifically androgens. Sperm production requires a heavily regulated microenvironment, where somatic cells, both Sertoli and Leydig, orchestrate the meiotic progression of the germ cells. Once motile gametes are manufactured in the microscopic tubules, they must be safely evacuated from the compartmentalized testis. This diagram highlights the male sex accessory ducts, a sequential transit system designed for that evacuation. Notice where the highly coiled tubules connect to the upper network. The seminiferous tubules converge and open into parallel channels called the vasa efferentia. This connection is bridged by an intermediate network known as the redae testis. As the gametes move through the vasa efferentia, they officially exit the main body of the testis. From the vasa efferentia, the flow empties into the epididymis, the large textured structure located along the posterior surface of each testis. The epididymis serves as a temporary holding zone where further maturation and storage occur before transport. Transport continues from the bottom of the epididymis up into a thick tube called the vas deferens, tracking its ascent out of the scrotal area. The vas deferens leaves the scrotum and ascends vertically, crossing back into the abdomen. It then takes a specific anatomical detour, looping completely over the urinary bladder. This complex loop routes the externally produced gametes back toward the internal glandular secretion points. The system operates as a continuous physiological conduit. It utilizes a progressively larger ductal network to solve the spatial problem of moving externally generated gametes back into the central body cavity. As seen in this sagittal section, when the vas deferens completes its loop over the bladder, it reaches a critical biochemical junction. Here, the vas deferens receives a connecting duct from the paired seminal vesicles. This merged anatomical structure becomes the ejaculatory duct, which passes directly through the prostate gland. The ejaculatory duct opens straight into the urethra, combining the reproductive and urinary tracts into a single pathway. This diagram shows the three key male accessory glands: the seminal vesicles, the central prostate, and the smaller bulbourethral gland. Together, they provide the necessary biochemical payload for gamete survival. The combined secretions from these three glands constitute the seminal plasma. This plasma is highly rich in fructose, calcium, and specific enzymes that are strictly necessary to maintain sperm viability. Naked gametes are biologically insufficient for fertilization on their own. They require this specialized glandular suspension to survive the external delivery process. Returning to the sagittal view, we track the final leg of the transport system along the urethra. The urethra originates at the urinary bladder, serving as the final external exit route for both urine and the stored sperm plasma mixture. It extends entirely through the penis, the specialized male external genitalia designed to facilitate insemination. The penis contains highly specialized tissue capable of engorgement, enabling the erection necessary for delivery. During this process, secretions from the paired bulbourethral glands provide vital lubrication. At the distal end of the anatomy, the enlarged tip is identified as the glans penis. This glans is shielded by a loose fold of integument known as the foreskin. The system transports gametes from the thermally isolated factories of the seminiferous tubules through the abdominal ductal loops, suspends them in glandular plasma, and drives them out through the urethral meatus. Every anatomical structure serves the precise physical and chemical requirements of reproduction.